What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Let's solve this math question that says evaluate 2 all over the square root of 2 minus 1 all raised to the 6. Well, our first step will be for us to apply the law of indices that says, for example, when I have a over b all raised to the n, this is the same as a to the n all over b to the n. Now let's apply this law of indices to what we have here. So this will be 2 to the 6 all over the square root of 2 minus 1 to the 6. Very good. Just like this. Now we all know that 2 to the 6 is very easy to get because 2 to the 6 is actually 64 all over. Now the denominator is the square root of 2 minus 1 all raised to the 6. Very good. So now our focus will be on the denominator. Now, in order to simplify this denominator, we can just introduce substitution and say let x be equal to what we have inside of the bracket, which is the square root of 2 minus 1. Very good. And if x is equal to the square root of 2 minus 1, that means this expression, that is the square root of 2 minus 1 all raised to the 6, is same as x to the 6. So the solution of this is this. So this is what I'm going to be looking for. And in order to do that, I'll have to move negative 1 to the left-hand side. So moving negative 1 to the left-hand side, I've already got x here. As negative 1 crosses to the left, it becomes plus 1. And this is equal to the square root of 2. Very good. Now let's remove this square root. To do that, we have to square both sides. So I'll take the square of the left. I'll also take the square of the right. Now notice that on the right, square cancels square root, leaving behind 2. Very good. So now let's expand this. This will be x squared. So x squared. Now 2 times x times 1, that is 2x. And then plus 1 squared. 1 squared is 1. So this is the expansion of what we have here. This is equal to, now 2 is remaining on the right hand side. So write down 2. Very good. Now I'm going to be making x squared the subject. So x squared. And in order to do that, I'll have to move these other items to the right hand side. I've already got 2 on the right. Now when I move 1 to the right hand side, it becomes minus 1. And when I move 2x to the right hand side, it becomes minus 2x. And then simplifying further, you see that we have 2 minus 1, that is 1, minus 2x, minus 2x. Very good. Now, this is very important to me. Very, very important. So this is going to be our recursive x squared. That means I'm going to be using this value whenever I see x squared repetitively. Remember, I'm looking for x to the 6. And how do I get x to the 6? How do I achieve this? I can be able to achieve this when I get x cubed and then raise it to power 2. Because from indices, powers multiply. So 3 times 2 gives 6. So now let's achieve x cubed and then later square the result. So how do I achieve x cubed? Is by multiplying both sides of this equation by x. So I'll multiply x squared by x. This is equal to the right hand side. I have 1 minus 2x. I'll also multiply the right hand side by x. Very good. So now this x has a power of 1. And from indices, I will take one of the x's and add the powers. So 2 plus 1 is 3. So I've been able to get x cubed. This is equal to, so now let's expand. 1 times x is x minus 2x times x is 2x squared. Very good. Remember, we have x squared here. So we're going to be substituting our recursive x. Do you still remember? Let me write recall. Recall that our recursive x from our previous slide is equal to 1 minus 2x. Now let's put that here. So we have x cubed to be equal to x minus 2 times x squared. So in place of x squared, I'll be putting our recursive x, which is 1 minus 2x. Very good. So now let's open up this bracket. So we have x cubed to be equal to x minus 2 times 1 is minus 2. And then minus 2 times minus 2x gives plus 4x. Very good. So now let's add up like terms. We have x cubed to be equal to x plus 4x is 5x. Very good. And then minus 2. Now, in order to get x to the 6, remember, I'll have to square x to the 3. So I'll square the both sides of the equation. So I'll square the left-hand side. I'm going to square the right-hand side as well. Very good. Now from indices, powers multiply. So 3 times 2 is 6. So this results to x to the 6 to be equal to, now let's expand this, 5x raised to the 2 is 25x squared. Very good. And then minus, so minus 2 times 5x times 2 is 20x. Very good. And then plus 2 squared is 4. Very good. So we've been able to expand. Now watch again. We have our recursive x squared here again. So we're going to be substituting our recursive x squared, which is 1 minus 2x. So we have x to the 6 to be equal to, this is 25, times x squared is 1 minus 2x. So 1 minus 2x, and then minus 20x plus 4. Now let's open up this bracket. So we see that x to the 6 is 25 times 1 is 25 minus 25 times 2x is 50x, and then minus 20x plus 4. Very good. Now let's add up like terms. So we have x to the 6 to be equal to 25 plus 4 is 29, and then minus 50x minus 20x is minus 70x. Very good. So this is what we have as x to the 6. Remember that x from our substitution is the square root of 2 minus 1. And this is to the 6. Very good. So this will be equal to 29 minus 70. Now x, let me substitute x. Remember, x is the square root of 2 minus 1 from our substitution. Very good. So that means the square root of 2 minus 1 all raised to the 6 will be equal to 29 minus 70 times the square root of 2 is 70 root 2. Now, negative 70 times negative 1 is plus 70. Very good. So now let's add up like terms. So we have the square root of 2 minus 1 all raised to the 6 to be equal to, now 29 plus 70 is 99 minus 70 root 2. Very good. So the square root of 2 minus 1 all raised to the 6 is equal to 99 minus 70 root 2. Very good. Now let's take us back to the question we're solving. So now this is where we are right now. We've got 64 all over the square root of 2 minus 1 all raised to the 6. So we've already got a value for this. So let's put that here. So we have, remember, we have 64 all over this, whose value is 99 minus 70 root 2. Very good. Now, since we have this expression whereby a surd is a denominator, all we have to do is to rationalize. So rationalize using the conjugate of the denominator. So that means I'm going to be multiplying the numerator by 99 plus 70 root 2. The sign here changes to plus. That is it. And I'm going to be using this to multiply the numerator. I'll also use it to multiply the denominator. 99 plus 70 root 2. Very good. Now, this expression, 64 times 99 plus 70 root 2, can be written as 64 times 99 plus 70 root 2. Very good. All over. Now the denominator, this times this, is 99 minus 70 root 2 times 99 plus 70 root 2. Very good. Very good. Now notice that what I have on the denominator looks exactly as x minus y times x plus y. Very good. And an expression like this is an expression in difference of two squares. Very good. So that means this expression can be expressed like this. So that we have on the numerator, we have 64 times 99 plus 70 root 2 all over. Now the denominator, just like this, we have 99 squared minus 70 root 2 squared. Very good. Very good. Now let's simplify further. So we have on the numerator 64 times 99 plus 70 root 2 all over. Now 99 squared is 9801 minus, now 70 squared. Remember, these squares are affecting the 70 and also the square root of 2. So 70 squared is 4900. Good. Times, now the square root of 2 squared, the square cancels the square root, so I'm going to be having 2. So 4900 times 2. Let me just put it in brackets. Very good. So simplifying, we have 64 times 99 plus 70 root 2 all over. This is 9801 minus 4900 times 2 is 9800. Very good. So this becomes, remember, 9801 minus 9800 is 1. So on the numerator, I'm left, on the denominator, I'm left with 1. And numerator divided by 1 is still the same thing. So this is equal to 64 times 99 plus 70 root 2. Very good. So you can decide to stop here as your final answer, or you can decide to open up the brackets by saying 64 times 99, that is 6,336, plus, now 64 times 70 root 2 is 4,480 root 2. Very good. So you can just leave this as your answer, or you leave this as your answer, whichever. Well, feel free to share your ideas in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video and have learned something from this video, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss my upcoming videos. And like I always say, until next time, take care.